If you are doing business, then I think you need to consider listening to this. And if you are not even in business, I want to tell you that right from the day you were giving birth to, you started negotiation. When you were giving birth to, you started crying, seeking for attention, right? What you were doing literally then, without you knowing, is you're already negotiating from your parents' attention. And you know that once you cry, they are going to give you their attention, right? Anytime you need their love, their care, their all that, all you have to do is to cry, and you have them. Until you negotiate what you want to yourself, it's never gonna come at a platter of gold. It's something you need to go for. Some of you might be looking at it that I'm not a business owner. You go to the market every day and you buy things. You are looking for a job. You negotiate for your pay. You negotiate for so many things. You are giving out your time, your effort, your abilities to people so that they could pay you salary. So you have to negotiate your way. You cannot really negotiate yourself up if you don't know much about yourself. If you are not courageous and confident enough to push, and you don't know some of the rules that guide negotiation. Even when you want to go into relationship with a lady, or you are a lady, you want to go into a relationship with a man, you have to negotiate. You have to show that, look, you are worth something, right? You don't just give yourself cheaply. So that negotiation it doesn't necessarily mean that either you are in business or not. And another thing interesting is that if you want to be one of the best negotiators, try as much as possible to have some knowledge about the other party, about the product. So that will give you a better chance. The rich always find a way to negotiate. Sometimes you see them pushing so hard for a price. You keep wondering, but you are rich. Why do you still want to negotiate everything? When you are worth something, negotiate it down, push it down. That shows that you have a rich mindset. If you must achieve the best out of negotiation, the first thing you need to have is what we call social intelligence. Social intelligence is your ability to be able to relate with people, to be able to communicate freely with people. Some people, even in their family, they don't know how to relate to others. They cannot communicate. They cannot make their points without necessarily insulting other person. Yeah, today is the 8th of our live video session on Facebook. I'm coming late today, perhaps, and I'm even trying to look at different time zone, especially because evening time might likely be the best. I'm from Nigeria, and I think, if I am not mistaken, this is just past 8 p.m. in Nigeria. So today we are going to have an amazing session. I just hope that some people will join me live. Like, I love it. By the way, I want to say a very big thank you from my heart for those who have been following our videos, have been trying to watch the feedbacks and all that. I really do appreciate. So today we're going to be looking at an interesting topic, one of the most powerful, let me say, one of the most powerful tricks that are found in business. If you are a business owner, or you are a salesperson, either male or female, this video might interest you, because I want to share with you today one of the secrets that the rich use when it comes to doing business, and why they are always ahead. Like I said, in my sessions, I'm going to always be trying as much as possible to reveal some secrets that the rich are using. I love one of Dr. Olumide Emmanuel saying that it's either you are in the secret courts or you are in the secret place. You must have to be using something, or they will use something against you. So that's true to a level, like it's true to an extent. So you must always make sure that you know what you are doing. You have something you are using. When we say this, some people will think it's like a court or something. No, but you should know what some other persons are using to get ahead of you, right? So, and the earlier you know some of these things, the better for you. So once again, let me introduce to this topic. We're going to be talking about negotiations. Negotiations, yes. If you are doing business, then I think you need to consider listening to this. And if you are not even in business, I want to tell you that right from the beginning, right from the day you were giving birth to, you started negotiation as soon as you were giving birth to this world, into this world. Meaning that, let me give you for example, when you were giving birth to, you started crying, seeking for attention, right? What you were doing literally then, without you knowing, is you're already negotiating for attention, your parents' attention. So, and you know that once you cry, they are going to give you their attention, right? So anytime you need their love, their care, their concern and all that, all you have to do is to cry or make some noise or make some vibrations and you have them. Children know how to do this very well. That's a form of negotiation. And I want to tell you that until you negotiate what you want to yourself, it's never going to come at a platter of gold. It's not handed over freely. It's something you need to go for. Do you understand? So whatever it is you want in this life, see, let me even tell you that some of you might be looking at it that I'm not a business owner, I don't do business, so what's my business with negotiation? But you buy things every day. You go to the market every day and you buy things. Let me even assume that you don't buy things, which is practically impossible. But another thing again is, even when you are looking for a job, you negotiate for salary, you negotiate for your pay, you negotiate for so many things. You are giving out your time, your effort, your abilities to people so that they could pay you salary. So you have to negotiate your way. I remember while I was in the classroom, because in the early days of my life after my graduation in school, after my graduation from school, I started by teaching in the classroom. So I went to a particular school where I want to teach, and I found out that 2 of us came for the interview, right? So me and the guy that came, after the interview, the guy actually studied what they wanted to give out, which is biology, right? So he studied biology, I studied chemistry, and for him, I don't know what is wrong with him, but he seems not to concentrate on the interview and all that. I was observing him, so I gave all my best, looking at the fact that I didn't study biology, and unfortunately for me, they gave him the job. So only for the guy to call me that he's not interested. So I went there again. So I'm trying to give you a scenario where even if you are not a business person, you are not a business owner, you can always negotiate your way to a better position, to whatever you want. If you observe very carefully, even where you are working, you see some people are getting higher and higher and higher into some level, into some offices, getting more promotions, negotiating their way up. Perhaps you are not concerned about it, but there's a way you can go about this thing. So like I was telling you the story, so when they called me, I was like, oh, lucky, because the guy told me that, look, he's not going. I don't know what's his problem, but then I took advantage of it and I went there back. They called me, you didn't study biology, but can you handle biology? I said, why not? I can handle biology, even the chemistry I studied, and if you have more. And that was what actually happened later on. They added agriculture to me. I don't know if you understand. So what I'm saying in essence is that I was trying to negotiate myself up. I didn't study some of these things, but I knew it that I could teach it. And I knew it that even if I'm not good at it, I could just learn. So I'm trying to negotiate myself up. Anyway, you cannot really negotiate yourself up if you don't know much about yourself. And if you are not courageous and confident enough to push, and you don't know some of the rules that guide negotiation. I don't know if you are following. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Unisa. You are always joining our live sessions. I really appreciate that. And I think there's one other person we have. So sorry, I'm not seeing your name. But always, I love those that join our live session and I appreciate. So like I was saying earlier, it's a story that I want to kickstart so that we understand the basics of negotiation. And whatever you are doing, either you are in business or not, you are already negotiating yourself. Even when you want to go into relationship with a lady, or you are a lady, you want to go into a relationship with a man, you have to negotiate. You have to show that, look, you are worth something, right? You don't just give yourself cheaply. So that negotiation it doesn't necessarily mean that either you are in business or not. So let me cut the long story short. So me and the owner of the school had to start in an office and we started negotiating. They were like, how much do you want to be paid? And another thing interesting is that if you want to be one of the best negotiators, try as much as possible to have some knowledge about the other party, about the product, so that will give you a better chance. If you happens not to know anything, because I happens to be confirming about the school, how much they are paying, even how much they are paying the principal of the school. So boom, according to them, 15,000 naira was the salary back then for normal staff. Some of them received 18,000, some of them received 20, and I think the only person that received up to 25 was the principal of the school. But guess what? When they asked me how much do you want to be paid, I said the last I can take is 25,000. They said, the woman said, what? I said, yes, that's what I can take. By the way, you are employing me for a course, a subject that I want to put in my best, and it was urgent for her. Right, so she had to accept me. I knew it that I want to make use of those opportunities, like pressing need for them. So I said that's what I will take. And if you need additional subject like chemistry, I'm available. So I negotiate myself at a point. Let me cut the long story short. Like I said, I was offered 23,000, just very close to the principal of the school. So I've been a negotiator all my life, and I knew that this works for me. Do you know that some people think, let me tell you, like I started by saying, the rich always find a way to negotiate. Sometimes you see them pushing so hard for a price. You keep wondering, but you are rich. Why do you still want to negotiate everything? It's because you don't know what makes him rich, which is one of that power of negotiation. Everything, even when you are worth something, negotiate it down, push it down. That shows that you have a rich mentality, you have a rich mindset. Are we following? So let me start. I think I noted some things down here. There's what we call, if you must be the best negotiator, if you must achieve the best out of negotiation, the first thing you need to have is what we call social intelligence. Social intelligence is something like your ability to be able to relate with people, to be able to communicate freely with people, right? Some people, even in their family, they don't know how to relate to others. They don't know how to carry people along. They are not free. They cannot communicate. They cannot make their points without necessarily insulting other person. Now, if you find yourself in this shoe, like I said, I'm always going to be here trying to reveal some secrets, some of the things you can do better, some of the things probably you are not doing or you are not paying attention to, which the rich are using to let me say, to go ahead of you. See, as far as I'm concerned, I look at things like negotiation power as a currency, like a big money. Capital. For some of you that complain, I don't have money, I can't start a business. If you can negotiate very well, that alone can make you huge amount of money. Should I tell you how? Of course, you know that you don't need to buy a product before you can be able to get access to people that have it. I was just talking about social intelligence, how to relate to people. You can go to a shop like the Igbo boys are doing. By the way, if you are not business minded, you might just think some of these things are nonsense, like it's something that is not for you, but you need to learn it, because either you negotiate your way to where you want to go, or people will negotiate you down. I don't know if you are following. It is that simple, and that's why you see some people have to keep going down for others to keep raising, right? So if you want to rise, you need to be intentional about the type of negotiation you go into. Now, let me make the first, after you know how to, because that social intelligence is not for everyone, but it's something that you must learn. Like I was telling some people some days back that even when I'm chatting online with people that are very aggressive or they are insultive, I don't insult them back. I have a reason for that. Even the most angriest, is there any word like that? That's the person that is too angry. The more angry customer I have on my DM, I convert them to good customers that I sell to. I'm just interested in your money. I'm not interested in your anger. Like, I don't know if you get. So in essence, what I'm saying is that you need to maintain some level of EQ, what I call EQ, emotional intelligence. You need to be able to maintain some level of rapport with people, control your anger, control your emotions. You don't just misbehave. You need to be intentional about it if you want to what? Be able to have that negotiation power, because it's one of the secrets. Now, number one, you need to realize some things. I'm going to be quick about this so that it will not take much longer time. I don't want to spend more than 30 minutes. If you're enjoying this session, please kindly go to the comment section and help us to comment. Like, just say something about what you are learning, and if I should continue something like this, by the way, whether you like it or not, means I will still continue, right? And I know there are a few persons that are learning from this conversation. So nothing is not negotiable in the world. Should I say that again? Once you go to, even when you go to places like Chicken Republic, when you go to places like supermarkets, because they have tag prices does not mean that whatever they are selling there is not negotiable. Never you think like that. You can always negotiate anything at all. Do you know that before people tag prices to whatever they are selling, there is every possibility. In fact, it is compulsory that they have put a kind of price that there is always possibility for reduction. Now, that reduction, until you ask for it, is never given to you free of charge. And that's the power, that's what negotiation can do for you. Do you understand? By the way, if you are negotiating, always make sure that you are negotiating with someone that has power, like has the ability to reduce for you. And for example, I had a story of a man that went into a supermarket and he wanted to buy something. So that thing was selling for about $350, and he offered the sales girl there $250, which is, there's a cut of about $100. So the sales girl was like, what? This is impossible. We don't even allow people to negotiate for the prices of things we sell here. So he thought that, look, he want to test this, like anything at all can be negotiable. So he wrote, he said, okay, where is the person in charge here? He said, my guy is not around. Okay. He wrote his name, he wrote the price on the card, right? And then hand it over to the lady that when your boss come back, please give him to the card. Give the card to him. So what happened was that when the boss came back, some few hours later, the boss had to call. What he wrote on the card was that I'm offering $250 for this particular product. If you are ready to sell for me, please call me. And amazingly, he called and said, oh, okay, are you still around? Are you still interested? I want to sell it to you. Now, this is power of negotiation. And that's another thing I want to make you understand today. At times, you have to dare prices. Don't care about whatever it has been written there. Don't care. Sometimes, there's a man that always have this habit of going to places to buy whatever he wants, and he always offer half a price of what they are selling it. Yes, a lot of sellers will be angry at him, a lot of them will insult him, but he don't mind. It's just what he has chosen to do. If he just give you half a price of what you are selling, if you're angry, if you insult him, you just go away. But out of every 100, you usually have people that respond to him that, oh, yes, I can give you. That's the power of negotiation. Mr. Abdulkadir Ilyasu, thank you for joining us. Thank you for watching our live session. I appreciate you. So there's what we call, that leads me to, there's what we call subjective value. You should bear it in mind that each time you are buying something, both the buyer and the seller expect something, right? Subjective value is something like you are trying to, the person at the other end is expecting to give out what he has. Like, okay, I'm giving you money now so that you can give me a product. What you are giving me as a product has to worth more value in my mind than the money I'm releasing to you. And you that I'm giving the money has to worth more value to you than the product you are giving me. This subjective value, and that's what is happening in the market. So, in other words, a good transaction should be like this. Now, but if you are not smart enough, people that know how to negotiate will push you down. By the way, if you know how to negotiate, it will always favor you, right? Just imagine, for example, I'm an e-commerce guy and I sell products online. So sometimes when we are buying from other countries, you found out that a product they are supposed to be selling for you at $2.5 per one, if you push it down, at the end of the day, they end up selling it $2. Assuming you are buying 1,000 pieces of such products, that would be, if you are buying at 2.5, that would be around $2,500, right? But if you negotiate and push it down to $2, it will just be around $2,000, which means that $500 is off from the transaction. That is the power of negotiation. That $500 you are looking at is capable of buying you more products. I don't know if you understand. By the way, if you are in my country now, 1,600 per dollar at this moment, even more than I think. So if you multiply that $500 times 1,600, it's a lot of money. I don't know if you get. Even if you don't intend to use that one to buy, at least you can use it to do some other things. That is the power of negotiation. But if you don't negotiate, if you don't push hard, and you don't know how to do it, whatever price that is given to you, you take it. And another trick that people use is that once a price is mentioned to you, no matter how beautiful it is, no matter how lovely it is, no matter how you feel is okay, your facial expression, your voice, or whatever you are going to say should look like as if it's too cost. What? You mean this at this price? So it sends a signal to that person that look, because I told you earlier that whatever price people are setting, they have always had a surplus, which is their profit, and that profit is always, it can be cut out. So always have this mentality that before somebody give you price, he or she have something already much more than expected. I don't know if you get. So never ever you feel comfortable once you are given a price. Don't take it. Push for negotiation. And it's not like you don't have money, or it's not like, because some of us, especially the poor, you feel like I shouldn't be pushing for this. This is just too little money. No, it is not. Rich don't do that. The rich don't do that. They push almost everything. I don't know if you get. These are some of the little secrets that some people don't know. Even when you are in business, your business is not growing. These are some of the secrets. You need to start taking it. You understand? Everything is negotiable, like I said, right? So, and in most cases, if you are not ready to use some of these things against other people, then it is best for you not to allow them use it against you. Another trick some people use is timing. Like they will rush you, they will create this scarcity, it's almost finished, or they will just rush you, give you some shortest period of time so that you not be able to think and reason around it. No, don't accept it. The best you can say is, if you are going to rush me, or if the quantity is almost finished, please let it finish. Maybe when next you import, or when next the product is available, I will buy. Or if you cannot give me the time to think, then I think I will say no to this negotiation. So because they are doing it intentional, so once you offer, or once you say things like this, they will calm down. They understand that you know what they are trying to do. And if, again, like I said, if you can use it against the next person, well, congratulations to you if they don't understand the game. Because the people that understand the game are the winners. I don't know if you are following. So you always get better deal. You always get a better deal if you know what to do. If you know what to do. Just like some of these things I'm telling you now. You need to know the right thing to do and at the right time. So also, there's one thing I will talk about. They call it times of agreements. Like for example, those who are into real estate, when you are buying a land, they say maybe, okay, a land is 50 million. Like normally a lot of customers will say, I don't have such amount, or you feel I cannot afford this amount and I cannot buy at this time. But I want to tell you again is that if you have the power of negotiation and you know the times and condition of that particular thing, you can also buy. Take for example, instead of you to pay Good to Go Live. Thank you so much, Abdurrahman Ahmad. Thank you for joining our session, and thank you for your comments. So instead of you to think I can't buy this product, or I can't buy this land that is worth 50 million, then why not you check the times of agreement, the terms and conditions of buying the land. Sometimes it will shock you that they will tell you first deposit can be 5 million or 10 million, then the rest you spread it within 1 year, 2 years, depend on the terms and conditions. So it's not always that negotiation always turn around price. No, it can also work with the terms and conditions of buying that particular thing. And please, whatever thing you are buying and you don't understand the terms and conditions, don't rush to buy. Because most often what people do is they will create this scarcity mentality and make you to rush into taking action without even using the power of negotiation. Like I said earlier, if they are selling a land 50 million, you can just go and ask, I want to buy this 25 million. Sometimes it will shock you that the land sellers need money urgently, but because you are not asking, because you don't know what it means to negotiate, some of you don't even, once they say 50 million, okay, send me the account. No, say no to that. It will take you a long time to become rich than expected if you don't know what it means to negotiate. So always negotiate, and it's not a shameful thing. Feel free to negotiate anytime. Now let me give you some tips. Some people use intimidation. Like you just see somebody with big car, with some, they just come, they drive him with authority, and they will intimidate you. And if you are to go into conversation of negotiation with such person, you might likely lose, because it will down on your confidence. It might, if you are not confident enough. So because you have seen those kind of things, just assume that you are supposed to be going into a negotiation with the governor of your state now. You see, because of his authority, because of his level, so it's likely that, except if he's lenient, but you might be at the losing end. You might not really enjoy, except if he really know what is what and just give it to you. Even when they give you the check, you might not be able to ask what you are supposed to ask. So at times, don't allow people to intimidate you. Know the worth of what you are selling and just go for it or ask for it. Nothing will happen to you. That's what the rich do. I don't know if you get. If you are getting value, please type I'm getting value. Don't allow intimidation, and always be prepared. Like I said, if it's possible for you to, like I started by giving you an example of, I want to join a school. So I went on the background to confirm people that work in the school, how much are they paid, even up to the level of the principal of the school. So that prior information, I was prepared, and that helped me to manage. Assuming I went there and I was saying I want to take 15,000 or 18,000, I'm going to be killing myself. I don't know if you get. So always be prepared and don't take chances. Are we on the same page? Now, indifference, like I said earlier, indifference is just behaving as if you don't care. As much as, show as if you don't care losing the deal, even when you actually care. This will also help you, because the more you show the desire for that product or for that thing you want to buy, the more you show that you are interested in buying that thing. Now that person used that against you. So always have this pretense as if, by the way, I don't need it. And one easiest way to show that is you can just show that I can get this product in the next, like some customers do to us. I can get this product with Jumia at this price. And let me tell you, I don't allow them to use that against me. I'll just say, oh, that's great. If you think you can get it from Jumia or Amazon, why not? Just go for it. I think it's fine, because this is another trick I use for them to backfire that. I'm confident about what I sell. I don't know what they are selling in Jumia. I don't know what they are selling in Amazon. So, but for me, I know what I'm selling and I can defend it. And if you buy it from me, I'm giving you my word and all that. Of course, I know what I'm selling and I'm confident about it. You found out that it will weaken them. But instead, like I said, this is very powerful. It's either you use this against people or they will use it against you. But the most important thing is to understand the game. So once you see somebody is intending to use it against you, you back it up. Somebody want to rush you into signing a contract or transaction. No, you can go. In fact, you can go home and think about it over the night. Maybe sometimes you can miss out, but there's always opportunities. There's always a better chances if you know how to go about it. I don't know if you are following. Now, your courage and commitment into the deal. You are very courageous. You are confident. That also will help you to manage negotiation better, because it might intimidate the next party. Like I said, me, if I can intimidate someone, even the kind of dressing you wear to negotiation, the kind of appearance, how confident you look, how you talk, how you express yourself, that helps you a lot in gaining power to yourself. And once you are powerful, much powerful, and you are in control of the deal, man, you have it, and you are the one that have the knife. and whatever it is to cut it short. So also another trick, I have 2 more tricks I want to show you so that we can end this conversation. It's actually much longer than you think, but if you can have that power of negotiation, I've used it in so many places. There's, I think some months back, there are some of my guys that went to go and buy a car. So they negotiated the car for about 4.2 or something, and they call me that, oh, they know I love negotiation. I went there, but I actually spent about 2-3 hours doing the negotiation. Do you know that at the end of the day, I bought the car for them for 3.5? It was amazing. Like, they already told the guy that it's only 4.2 last million that they will sell it for him, but I beat it down. Can you imagine? The guy offered to give me money like almost 100,000, but I said no, it's just what I learned. I mean, I love doing, and I do it because you're my friend, and I do it for you. So just imagine. In fact, Dr. Stephen Akintayo said the smartest investors or the smartest buyers actually, or business people, actually make profit when buying, not when selling. Should I say that again? If you are a smart businessman, you make profit when buying, not when selling. So if you should buy at considerably lowest price, like I said, minimization and maximization should always be on your mind. Buying the best at always the least price. If you are a customer, or even you are a businessman, like I said, this is interchangeable, and you can always do the one that is favorable for you. It's getting longer already, but finally learn this law of walk away. Like, just try it one day that you've priced something, and the first time they are telling you, oh, the price for this is $5,000, and you just walk away. Like, oh, you just start closing your bag, and then maybe you sit when you enter the store or whatever, and the moment they tell you the price, you pack your things and you begin to leave. That sends a very bad signal to the seller that, look, this guy, like, they will drop their ego and the price immediately if possible. So try that walk away method. And sometimes what these people also do is that they might use some other persons, you know, like one person will be negotiating with you, the other person will be saying reduce for them, please just reduce for him. This one will be saying no, this cost. They might use that trick on you. Like, I think this trick is very, even sometimes ago, I think me and my brother use this when some people want to intimidate us. Maybe when we are driving, maybe the law enforcement agencies, they want to intimidate us. So my brother will always be on the, like, as if we are always planning it, he will always be on the harsh side. He will be shouting at them this, and me, I will say, brother, please calm down, you know, breathe. And you, no, please calm down. So that trick works. So don't allow people to use all this trick on you, but people plan it. Do you understand? And even for example, police, sorry if you are police watching this, but I think police also use this trick. Like, if they catch you, the other person will be saying, just let him go, you know, and the other person will be, you must take you to the bar, you must take you to the police station, you must do this. Why is this? The other person will be harsh on you, while the other person will be saying he's begging for you. No, it's a trick. I don't know if you get. So even in negotiation, these things happen, and if you don't know, they will just be using your head. Like I started by saying, it's either you are using something against people, or people are using something against you. You must belong to one place, otherwise you are in for it. Then finality. If you ever have a negotiation with people that you buy something, and you find out that at the age of payment, or at the time of signing, you found out that what you negotiated for is not what you are getting, please always feel free to stop at that time. At that moment, just stop and say, this was not what I negotiated for. This was not what I pushed for. Don't allow people to trigger you, even when products are delivered to you. Like I said, I work online, and sometimes our customers complain. Maybe because of visuals, maybe because of the kind of videos they see before ordering, maybe because of what they thought it is. Because for most Africans, they don't read through the website before ordering. So some of them will say, this was not what I saw. This was not what I saw. What I tell people is that as much as possible, if you're a business owner, be sincere. Be sincere. But customer at your end, it is your responsibility to describe to your clients. Is it your client now or your vendor? Whatever it is you want to buy, describe. This is the feature of what I saw. I hope it's like this. I hope it's like that. Describe in detail. Do you understand? You say, I can't hear anything again. Maybe it's network. Okay, good now. All right, thank you. I really do appreciate Mr. Abu Abdurrahman. Okay, I hope I didn't pronounce the name the first time very well. Abu Abdurrahman. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate. Thank you for your comment, right? It means a lot to me. So I love it when I see people watching me live like this, especially if you can throw in questions. I think I'll appreciate it. So now he said, where was I? Where was I? Oh God, oh God. So law of finality, that's what I'm talking about. So you must always make sure that what you do well to don't accept. If you are a customer, describe clearly what you are ordering. In fact, when they call you that they want to come and deliver something, tell them this is what I saw, this is what I'm expecting. Give them your expectation, and once the product arrive at your place, if you can afford to pay before delivery, because of course we are encouraging that and Africa is coming up, but for here, confident in buying things online. But now, as much as possible, I think you should offer. Please do payment on delivery at the moment, but I know we are improving. So once they deliver it to you and it is not what you want, it is not what you describe for them, please feel free to reject it. Tell them, look, this was my description. Sorry, it's not what I wanted, it's not what I told you. So you bring it to me, you take it back. Please feel free, it's your right. Nobody will hold it against you. That's another negotiation. Don't allow people to trick you into buying something that you don't want. No. And if you are also a seller, always make sure you deliver your promise. Deliver on your promise. That's how negotiation should go. Right? Either a win-win or no deal at all. I'm going to stop here. Please, if you're always following my video, make sure you learn and you implement. In my next video, you should tell me 1 or 2, 3 things you have tried and how it works for you. Because except you are learning and applying, I don't consider you learned. I called such kind of people educated illiterate. And see you some other time. Until then, tomorrow we meet again. Bye bye. Thank you everyone. Thank you.